Today I'm going to teach you how you can create this 3D tracer line effect in After Effects. Let's go. My name is WWDC. Welcome to 11% Tutorials. As I mentioned, today I'm going to be teaching you guys how you can create this 3D tracer line effect in After Effects. You might have seen this in like Apple commercials or other TV ads. It's just a really cool effect. It looks very professional and commercial-like. It's also really simple to recreate. All we'll be using today is After Effects, no plugins at all required. Later in the tutorial, we are going to be using the help of our Shake It Up camera pack. It's not mandatory, but it definitely helps with the effect. If you want to check that out, you can check it out at 11%.net. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the tutorial. All right, guys, so now that we're inside of After Effects, the first thing we're going to do is we are going to track our clip. So just select your clip, whatever that is, and we're going to hit track camera. Once your clip is tracked and we have all our 3D flowers over here, you're going to go ahead and select a point where you want your line to start. I want it to start like around over here. Right click it, and then we're going to create a null and camera. Now, once your null and camera is created, just go ahead and make sure that your null is tracked in that same position, and ours is. Now it's time to go ahead and add that shape layer. We're going to come over here to our layer, we're going to hit new, and we're going to create a new shape layer. I'm going to grab my pen tool, and then I'm just going to select the stroke and make it whatever color I want it. I want it to be like this nice little pink line. And then you can just go ahead and draw the line shape that you want. I'm going to zoom out so I can get the nice perfect curve, and boom, there we go. We have a nice little curve animation line. Now it's time to go ahead and track it. So you see, if we play this out, it's not fully tracked, and that's because we haven't selected a 3D object. So we're going to turn into this 3D object by selecting this little cube, and now it's a 3D object in our scene, but it's not quite properly tracked. So to fix this, all we have to do is go to our null object. We're going to go to the transform panel, and then we're going to select our position keyframes. We are going to hit Command C to copy this. Then we're going to go to our shape layer. We're going to go to our transform in our shape layer and hit Command V to paste that. And now you'll see it just pasted all the settings, and it just kind of made our line very small. So I'm just going to go ahead and scale this back up to our original position and just drag it to where it originally was and where I originally had it. And now you can see, if I play this out, it's much better tracked onto our video. We're going to come to our shape layer. We're going to click this little add tool, and then we are going to hit trim pass. And basically this is going to create some endpoints that we can animate. And now once we have the trim pass, what we're going to do is we're going to go click the keyframes at the start and end at the very beginning of our clip. And then I'm going to decrease the end to about 0%. Then I'm going to go all the way to the end of the clip, and then I'm going to increase that end all the way back up to 100%. And now you can see, if we play this out, we have this nice little animation effect, and it kind of looks like we got a nice cool tracking effect already. You can go ahead and select these keyframes, right click them, keyframe assistant, and then easy ease in. So that way we have a more gradual and like natural motion. Now let's go ahead and add a taper to it. We're going to come over here to our shape layer, the drop down on shape 1, and then hit the drop down on taper, of course. And then the start length, we are going to decrease that to around like 15%. Honestly, really depends on the thickness of your line and just the context that you're editing it. And then the end length, I'm going to increase that to about 15% as well. And now you can see, once we play this out, it has this nice pointed edge at the very end, and it just feels a little bit more natural and cooler. Now I'm going to come to my effects and presets, and I'm going to search for a gradient ramp, and I'm going to just go ahead and drag this gradient ramp onto our line, and then I'm just going to reset these colors to about the same pink that I had them. I just wanted a little bit gradient so that it feels a little bit, you know, natural and more nicer. And then I'm going to come back to my effects and presets, and I'm going to search for a glow effect. I'm going to drag this glow onto our layer, and then I'm just going to go ahead and increase the glow radius a bunch, and let's just decrease that threshold just a tad bit so that the edge of the line is a little bit more white than the end. And boom, now we have a nice little glow to our animation. Lastly, we're just going to go back to our effects and presets one more time, and we're going to search for a drop shadow. I'm going to drag this to our layer, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and increase the distance so that that line is like more on the ground, and then I'm just going to bump up the softness a bunch, and I'm going to keep the opacity around 50%. I personally think that looks really good. And now the key trick to making drop shadows look realistic is what we're going to do is we have to animate the distance and direction. So I'm going to hit a keyframe at the distance and direction at the very beginning. So let's go keyframe, and then I'm going to go to the very end right here, and I'm just going to make sure that the shadow is in the exact same place as it was in the beginning. So you can see right here, the arc is around over here in this area. And then when we go to the end of the video, the arc is more over in this area. So all I have to do is just basically decrease that distance, move the position a tad bit to the left, and boom, there we go. Now it looks like the drop shadow is actually on the ground. And one last thing before we export, I recommend adding some camera shakes and some camera movement to just make it feel a little bit more natural and realistic. So if you want to add some camera shakes and transitions to your effects really quickly, then you can check out our camera shake it up pack at 11%.net. It's really easy to use. It works inside of Premiere Pro and After Effects. Just drag and drop and boom, just like that, we have some natural looking camera shakes. You can get the shake it up pack at 11%.net. And with that, here's the final result. If you guys made it to the end of the video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Really, it means the world to me. If you managed to find any help or value from this video, please be sure to smash the like button and hit subscribe. It's free. All this content is free, so really, it means the world to me. And once again, if you're interested in checking out the camera shake it up preset pack for After Effects and Premiere Pro, you can check it out at 11%.net. There we have a bunch of other crazy preset packs ranging from 3D chrome overlays to essential music video title card presets. So if you're interested, you can check them all out at 11%.net. And one last thing, if you're also a video editor who's interested in making some passive income and not having to rely entirely on clients for a source of income, you can check out signing up to become a preset pack seller at 11%.net in the link in the description. It's completely free, no upfront costs, and we actually give sellers the highest percentage earning of 89% of their profits, unlike other marketplaces like Envato Elements or Motion Array. So if you're interested in becoming a preset pack seller, earning some extra money while still doing what you love, you can check out the link in the description. Once again, thanks so much for watching. Leave a comment down below of what tutorial you'd like to see from us next, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.